So you are wondering if nursing is for you. You've probably seen or know about nurses. You know about the pay, you know about the flexibility, you know about the hours, you know that you can become a travel nurse. You know all this stuff about nursing. You're like, maybe I need to become somebody's nurse, okay? This video is what you need to watch. Hey everyone, thanks for coming back to my channel. I am your fave nurse B. I am an LPN. I work in long-term care as an agency nurse, meaning I just work wherever the heck I work, all over the place. And I do a lot of videos where I talk about nursing, nursing school, how to get into nursing school, tips for new nurses, just all around, all type of videos. So if you're interested, go ahead and subscribe. But let's get right into this one. So I want to talk about, is nursing for you? There, of course, at the end of the day, this is your decision to make. Only really you know yourself. You know what you're capable of. You know what you're interested in. But there is some things to consider if you really want to know if it's for you. So let's get right into it. So the first thing is, what are your motivations or intentions coming into this field? Like, are you motivated by the money? Are you motivated by being able to help people? Are you motivated by, job security? You have to think about, why is this something that I want to do? Why do I think that this is something that's for me? And I believe that once you look at that, you'll be able to have a better idea if it's really for you. Now, if it's just for the money, I'm not saying that you shouldn't go into healthcare because it's going to pay well. I'm not saying that, because I have plenty of videos where I talk about money, even talk about how much I get paid as a nurse. I'm not bashing anybody who wants to go into healthcare for the money, but I will say, if that's like your primary reason, especially not right now with everything going on, like nurses is getting paid right now, and probably for the unforeseeable future, we're gonna get paid some good money. So anyways, if it's just for the money, I don't think that that's necessarily going to pan out, just because nursing is difficult, it's very challenging, and it's not for everyone. But in a sense, I kind of feel like it is for everyone in a sense. But anyway, that's a whole other video. But yeah, it's not for everybody, and it's important that you make sure that money is not your primary goal, because there's a lot of other things you can do, and you can work way less and you can get paid pretty good. So if money is your primary reason, I would say to explore other options. But yeah, look at what your motivations or intentions are going into it. So next, I want you all to look at, what are your current understanding of nursing? Now, I'm going to be honest. I was a CNA before I went into nursing, before I went to nursing school. And I still, even as a CNA, I still did not know the full scope of what nurses do. I didn't realize it was that much work. As a CNA, and maybe just somebody on the outside looking in, it looks like nurses come to work looking cute with their Starbucks cup, and they just sit at the desk most of the days. Like, that's pretty much, and they push the cart around, maybe pay us a few pills and keep pushing. Like, even as a CNA, I didn't realize how much nurses do. I really did not. And if that's you, I highly suggest that you watch some of my videos. I'll leave them down below, where I talk about day in the life as a nurse, and even do vlogs of me, at work, ranting about stuff that I had to go through at work, just so you can get a better idea of what nurses do. Now, of course, there's a lot of different specialties that you can have in the nursing career. And there's a lot of different job settings. I know that typically when we think about nursing, we think about, okay, a nurse in a hospital or a nurse in a nursing home. You don't think about, a flight nurse or a nurse on a cruise ship or a nurse at a school. You don't necessarily think about nurses who work for insurance companies and can work from home. Nurses that work in the, the law world, in the legal world. There's a lot of different specialties for nurses and job settings for nurses. But typically when you first get started off, you're going to be in that clinical setting. And can you do a year or 2 years, even 5 years in a clinical setting, is really going to come down to what do you think you're getting into. Because some people, they don't realize with nursing, you're still dealing with fluids. You still have to change people. You still have to, you got to do so freaking much with nursing, and there's so much juggling of things, and you have to bite your tongue about a lot of stuff. There's a lot of political stuff going on in healthcare. It's a lot. It's a lot. I'm not saying that to deter anyone, but if you don't know what you're getting into, and you thinking that it's going to be one way and it's totally different, you might not want to go into nursing, because it's some stuff that be happening in nursing. You be like, this ain't for me. This ain't for me. I'm gonna tell you, I think I read somewhere like 50% of nurses, like, they stop within the first year, because it's a lot of work, and it's just so much. I don't think that these schools really tell you what nursing is about. They just assume that you know, but it's deep. It goes real deep, and I got plenty of videos where I talk about it. So the next thing, which I didn't necessarily feel like this is something that was the case for me. Okay, so the next thing is, do you feel called to do it? Now, we typically think that, you know, you have to feel called to be a physician, or you have to feel called, you know, to become like a minister, a pastor, or whatever, or a missionary work or something like that. But also, I feel like you have to be called to do a lot of things in your life, that's even outside of your career. But with nursing, I really do feel like nursing is a calling. At least it was for me in my particular situation, because I never wanted to be a nurse. I legit never, ever, ever saw myself being anybody's nurse. And here I am, your fave nurse B. Like, comment, and subscribe. So do you feel called to do it? Do you work in a setting and you're like, you know what? I see the nurses doing this, that, and the third. I'm going to see if that's something I can do. Like, I want to see if that's something for me. Have you been, you know, constantly seeing like stuff about nursing, or just throughout your whole life, you just always be like, you know, I wonder what it's like to be a nurse. I wonder if that's something I should do. Have you been to a hospital recently, or maybe your loved one was sick and you seen a nurse come in, you saw what the nurse was doing, and you be like, you know what, I bet I could do that. Like, I'd probably be good at that. Do you feel called to do it? And I'm going to do a separate video talking about what makes a good nurse. I'm also going to do a video talking about, in that video, I'm talking about, like, you know, is it for you based off of your skills that you have? So go check out that video. I have it up after this one. But if you feel called to do it, I would definitely say give it a try, or at least start working in the field as either a patient care tech, a med tech, you know, like, even just working in a hospital setting. You don't have to even do healthcare. You could work, I mean, of course, I know everybody has different backgrounds, but if you're younger, or if you know, just getting out there in the workforce, or you just want to get out there, I would definitely say you could just do housekeeping at a place, or you could do, you know, work in the kitchen in a hospital setting, and just kind of be around it. You can even just volunteer in these places. Go on different nursing forums and just see what people are talking about. Sometimes in nursing forums, though, we just be on our ranting. I'm not gonna lie, they just be ranting. But just look at more videos, reach out to people. You can always reach out to me via my email and I'll answer you, or through Instagram. I do well on Instagram and also via email, but you can also go on the YourFavNurseB Facebook group as well, ask questions on there. Just kind of do some research and do some digging into it and see, you know, does it fit your personality? Does it fit the things that you want? If you feel called to helping people, if you feel called to being part of a team, if you feel more called to learning about like the human body, like some people just really love science. They love, you know, learning about the human body, or learning about different diseases, or seeing wounds, or, you know, wanting to look inside somebody's body, you know, things like that. If you feel called to those type of things, then it might be for you. I mean, it's just as simple as that. So I hope this video was helpful, and just know that at the end of the day, the decision is up to you, and it's better to make the decision to go for it, see it through, get through nursing school, start doing the work, and go that way, versus just sitting back on your hands and being like, I think I want to be a nurse, or I don't know, I always wanted to be a nurse, but I'm too this, I'm too that, I don't really know if I'm gonna do it. It's better to just go for it and see what happens than to not do anything at all. So I'm gonna leave you all with that. Thank you so much for watching. I love and appreciate all of you all. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. Hit me up on Instagram at YourFavNurseB1. I'm gonna be posting on there more often as well. Like I said, you can always email me or go to the YourFavNurseB Facebook group. Also check out my website if you're looking for any study materials for nursing school, and go check out my other channel. I'll have a link down below. All right, you all, thank you so much for watching. Peace.